Jess. Oh, I got the whistlekick pillow in the shot. Man, it's like I planned that. I didn't plan that. I moved it. I moved it because it was sitting in the rocking chair, and I needed the rocking chair to record the pilot of a new video project yesterday. But I can't talk about that yet. I know it drives people nuts when I drop these hints of things that are going on, but I don't actually talk about them. But I do it anyway because it's fun for me. And this is fun for me too. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Tuesday, July 16th, 2019. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. You know, these mugs are available in our store on whistlekick.com. So you can drink along with me. Makes it sound like a drinking game. Coffee is the alcohol of the drinking game called life. It's an awkward sentence, but I feel like it's kind of accurate. So, oh man, I'm back. I'm alive. We're doing a live show. Thank you everyone who watched yesterday's pre-recorded show. I appreciate that. I know that the pre-recorded shows are not everyone's favorite, and well, sometimes it's got to happen. Bringing you a show 5 days a week live is difficult, but I try. I don't miss too often. Definitely over 90%. Yeah. Remember those early days when I did 7 days a week? That was insane. Glad I don't do that anymore. But that was back when, let's see, what else did we do early on? We tried Instagram on 1 day a week. We tried Facebook 1 day a week. I would do the show whenever I woke up. It wasn't always at the same time. I had no format. Nobody asked questions. I was much worse at improv than I am now. I can ramble now. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So, yeah. Well, so the reason I did not do the show live yesterday, Sunday, Pastor Brendan Goodall, who is my best friend, we went to see a concert together. It was my birthday gift from he and his wife. We went to see Snoop Dogg and Ice-T at the Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion in Guilford, New Hampshire. It was a great show. No, I won't say it's a great show. It was a good show. It was a very good show. I enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. We had a great time. Of course, we talked about martial arts like the whole way there. And we had a nice time. And because the show got out at like midnight, and it's 3 hours away, we stayed over and got up and drove home. And I didn't get home until like 10:30, 11 in the morning. And of course, that was way after the time for first cup. So that's where we're at. Yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Hung out with an old friend who was visiting from Pennsylvania with his family, and did a bunch of work. It was a beautiful day, absolutely stunning day. I'm going to go on record and say so far, the weather we have had this summer in Vermont has probably been the best I can remember. It has been utterly phenomenal. And as I say that, we're looking at a heat wave coming the end of this week. And guess what's this week? Kempo Camp. Guess where Kempo Camp is? Outside. Yikes. There isn't enough water in the world for training outside at 95 degrees. But knock on wood, it'll cool down and something will happen. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Today, where's today? 2 episodes, recording 2 episodes of Martial Arts Radio. Oh, yesterday there was an episode of Martial Arts Radio with Shihan Chris Santillo and his wife Renshi Holly Santillo. You can find that here on YouTube, in your podcast feed, or at whistlekickmartialartsradio.com. Great episode, great feedback on it. 2 wonderful people sharing a really interesting story about what martial arts is enabling them and their family to do. So you should check that out. I've got some questions to answer. If you want me to answer your question live on the air, ask it below, drop it below, and I'll do that. And if you haven't subscribed to this show, why not? Subscribe. Subscribe to whistlekick. We make stuff. There's new videos coming out. We're starting to drop some more videos on product. And there's that new project I told you about, that I didn't tell you about, that I said is here. If you want to know when that goes live, you got to subscribe and turn on notifications. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. Can we expect you in the Area 51 raid? No, because I don't want to get shot. Everyone claiming that they're going to participate in this is... I'm... All right, this Area 51 thing. Not martial arts at all, but I'm going to answer it because it's great. It's a great question. All right, so for those of you that don't know, there's a Facebook group that is organizing this raid on Area 51 in, where's that, New Mexico? Of course, Area 51 being the place that people believe has evidence of extraterrestrial life that landed on Earth. And the logic here is, if we get enough people to go, they won't shoot us all. I struggle to see how people connect those two dots. I think we're up over 1 million people claiming they're going to go. I would imagine that on that day, maybe 3 to 5% of those numbers will actually show up. Can't imagine it's actually going to happen. And the Air Force has already come out and said, we will shoot you. Let's look, okay, one of two things is happening here. Either there's evidence of extraterrestrials or not. If there is, they're going to fight very hard to protect that. And yes, they will shoot the crap out of people who try to break in. If there is not, they may let people storm a few buildings. They may arrest some people. They may shoot a few, maybe with rubber bullets or tear gas. I don't know. I'm not a law enforcement officer. I don't know how you deal with a crowd like that. But not finding anything will just make people believe that they've moved it or it's a hidden facility or whatever. Like, this is not going to answer any question. This doesn't finalize anything. How about people motivate in critical mass to do something of use? Anyway, let's talk about martial arts. I will happily answer ridiculous questions like that. Don't think I'm not down to do that. But core of the show is martial arts. All right. How do you think being a martial artist has affected your moral character? I think that my moral character has been conditioned by being around some very upstanding moral individuals through the martial arts. I believe that, for the most part, participating in martial arts as participating in martial arts helps you develop personally. That helps you become a more confident and stronger person of stronger character. That leads to a willingness to hold to morals, to have integrity, to do the right things for yourself and for others. Thus, as you progress in rank, you are more likely to, it's not guaranteed, but you are more likely to become a more moral person. Thus, most people become of higher moral character, moral standing, as they progress in rank. I think I said that. that's being crazy. Thus, martial arts instructors tend to be more moral people. As a student, being around more moral people, you tend to adopt some of their perspectives, their personality, including their approach to morality. That is a rather long-winded way of saying I think I have higher moral character because of my time in the martial arts, by being a martial artist, by being around other people of high morality. Have I seen how martial arts, affects the moral character of others? Yeah, I think it generally the same thing. This is not an absolute scale. This does not mean that, after 10 years or being a certain rank or anything means you are at X on the morality scale. It just means that you're sliding forward. You're moving in the right direction. Of course, there are going to be people who do not progress. There may be even some rare ones who kind of stagnate or slide backwards morally. But that's definitely the exception. That is certainly not the rule. And I think it's a very, very small few. I think those few are discussed more often. And I think there are people who treat others, even in the martial arts, poorly. But they're doing it for what they believe to be the right reasons. So it's not so much a violation of morality, but just them being jerks. Okay. And our final question today, remember, ask questions, ask them below. Do you believe that there are any moral absolutes? Ooh, that's a good question. I like that question. I need more coffee for that one. Yes. Moral absolutes. There is one. Everything can fall under the guise of this. No one has the right to harm, deprive, to negative. Let me say it a different way. No one has the right to negatively impact someone else. Yeah, maybe not the most articulate way of saying it. I don't have the right to walk up and punch someone in the face. I just don't. I don't have the right to deprive someone of their food. This is where, honestly, a lot of people who podcast, a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of entrepreneurs tend towards libertarianism. And I don't mean libertarianism the way it's presented as a political party. I don't mean libertarianism the way it kind of happens in popular culture and society. I just mean if what you're doing doesn't affect me and doesn't affect someone else, I mean, let me be a little broader about it. Let me say it a different way. If what I'm doing doesn't harm someone else, anyone else, I have the right to do it. If I want to do this show and I want to drink my coffee, I can do the show and drink my coffee. Now, if I'm going to do the show, drink my coffee, and call people out by name and be a jerk, I may have the right to do that. Doesn't mean it's morally right. Well, it depends on the why. Right? Because am I doing it to harm them? In which case, no. Am I doing it because they've done something that has harmed someone else and I'm trying to inform the world of it? Maybe. It gets a lot more subjective. But just bottom line, I don't have the right to tell somebody else what to do, how to live their life, deprive them of their path towards personal development and enlightenment and whatever else you want to put as part of the role of being human and alive. It's a really simplistic way of looking at things, and I don't think there are generally too many simple rules like that. I don't have the right to negatively impact the lives of someone else. But Jeremy, what about, punishing a child? Well, is the ultimate goal to punish the child, or is it to help them become a more successful adult? If someone tries to take my wallet and I physically defend myself and I break their nose in the process, it's not like I sought out to break their nose. I sought out to defend myself and my property. That's different. So, this is one of those shows that years from now, if Whistlekick gets big and I somehow become a reluctant celebrity, people may come back on this one and go, Jerry Bear's a libertarian. Whatever. If you want to think that, that's fine. You have the right to think that. I have no intent and hope to never involve politics in anything we do at Whistlekick. It drives me nuts when businesses do that. Blech. So, all right. Homework in a second. Now, I hope you have a great day. I hope you subscribe, you turn on notifications. I hope you ask questions. Drop some questions below. And I will see you tomorrow. But before we go, your homework today. What does morality mean to you? Just take a couple minutes. Think about it. Don't just take the definition or the ideas that I gave you here today. Don't just repeat what you learn in high school or college philosophy classes. What is your idea of morality? What does a moral person look like to you? If you identify what that person looks like, then you can verify whether or not you are living and treating other people in that way. You can also identify who around you is that sort of person, and maybe who is not. Before you can observe, before you can decide if someone is something, you got to know what that thing is. And what that thing means to you is more important than me telling you what it is, because morality is subjective. So, there's your homework. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great, great day. Take care. Peace.